Hello everyone, and welcome to another episode of A Better You. I'm your host, Fernanda Ramirez. How are you? Welcome back. I'm so excited to be talking to you guys today. Today, we are talking about the ultimate spring reset guide. Now guys, it's March. It's the beginning of March. It is actually March 3rd as I film this, and I can't believe we're here. Truly, I can't believe it, but I'm also not surprised. And I've been, as you know, I've been talking about it recently. I've been really enjoying my past 2 months. And so I'm not even mad that it's March. In fact, I'm welcoming March with open arms. I'm excited that January and February were filled with presents, joy, laughter, fun, revelations, insight, wisdom, just, they were great months, but now I'm excited for March, and the reason why, well, you're going to hear 45 minutes of probably me yapping about why I'm so excited for March, and so I hope that by the end of this episode, you're feeling just as inspired as I am in this current moment, just as energized, and you're just feeling ready to take on the next month, and the month after that, and the spring season, for that matter. If you guys don't know, spring is my favorite season of all. I feel like I am the embodiment of spring. And we're going to talk about why this is a great time for all of us, why it feels like a mini New Year's, why it's the time of transformation, and why it's going to be your best season yet. Because truly, I don't think that there's a season that's better than spring, because the contrast between winter and just like the sunny vibes, the flowers, it's so drastic. It's not as drastic as spring to summer to me, or summer to fall, but winter to spring, it's like, damn. There's really a change there. I feel the difference. I feel like finally I've got vitamin D. I feel like myself again. But before we get into all of that fun stuff, how are you guys doing? Happy March. I hope that February was filled with love and laughter for you as well, and that you just enjoyed it. I always forget that February is a short month, and for that reason, I feel like it just flies by. But truly, I hope that you guys had a great month, and you're feeling energized and revitalized, and yeah, I mean, before we get into the episode, little updates. What's been up with me? This past weekend I went to the Tyler, the Creator concert. That was so much fun. I'm actually not a huge Tyler, the Creator fan. Not for any, reason, honestly. I just feel like I didn't really get into his music when I was younger. And even now, I feel like a lot of the times I'll play his music and it's good. I really like it, but it's not something that I usually gravitate towards. But I really respect him. I love his creative vision. I feel like he's really unique and authentic. And for that, I just respect him as an artist, obviously. And I just feel like he's really inspiring. And whenever someone is so themselves and so different than anyone else, it's hard for them not to become an icon, because everything they do is low-key revolutionary. So anyways, I was really excited when I got the opportunity to go to his concert. And I brought my friend Myella, and she is actually obsessed with Tyler, the Creator. So I was really happy to be able to bring her on that experience with me, and I could just kind of vicariously live through her excitement and see the hype through her eyes. So it was really fun. We got dressed for it and kind of, played into the whole Tyler vibe, because when I went to the Sabrina Carpenter concert, Trin inspired me to dress up as Sabrina, and that was such a fun experience. So I was really excited to lean into dressing like Tyler for this concert. I ended up wearing a little bit more of an androgynous look, which is not even crazy. I actually like that vibe, but I feel like I don't often do it. But I wore a little button up that was blue, and I wore a little skirt. I was gonna wear my Doc Martens, but I couldn't find them, so I just wore these little ballet flats with a strap over them that were black with some socks that were super cute, and I wore a fuzzy hat because I think that's something he does. Tyler fans, don't come for me, because I know I'm kind of out of the loop, but I tried my best to fit in, and I think he would respect that. But anyways, the concert was amazing. It was so much fun. I actually knew more songs than I thought I would, and of course he put on a great show. It was super exciting. Oh, we saw Lil Yachty, and I actually do really like him. After that, I went out with my friends. There's just something so fun about going to kind of a local bar. I don't know. I always feel very youthful. There's times where I can go to a New York City club, or a club in Paris, or I don't know, the club even in LA or something, and you feel like you kind of gotta dress the part, act the part, because it's a little bit of a classier vibe. But to go to one of those sticky floor random bars in your city, it's just so fun. You can just fully be yourself, and I feel very youthful there. So anyways, I had a good time, good music, good dance moves. And also on Sunday, me and Trin did a little walk around Kitts in Vancouver, if you know that area. We went to a new coffee shop. It's been kind of our Sunday ritual to do a little bit of a walk and a little coffee shop date. So that was super fun. That's basically it for me. On another note, I have maybe like a week and like a few days before I potentially am going to Mexico for a brand trip, which I'm so excited about. I really hope that that goes through because I'm not 100% sure yet, but in theory, that's probably going to happen. And so yeah, I hope you guys stay in tune with my posts because they're going to get really exciting and I cannot wait to get a tan. And also, last thing I want to say before I get into it, I know I've been talking for a long time, but like low-key, I missed you guys and I haven't been posting that much on my YouTube channel. So like, I got to talk to you guys somehow, and I'm trying to talk fast, which many of you guys actually hate. Apparently, can I just say also, side note, apparently I talk too fast on this podcast and all the comments are basically saying that. Like everyone's in there saying, girl, you speak too fast. Guys, when I listen to my own podcast episodes, like on my own time, which is crazy, but sometimes I go back and listen to them, I literally listen to my own videos on 1.5 speed. I don't know what that says about me. My attention span might be so cooked, but like genuinely, I listen to myself talk way faster than even my regular voice. I find my regular voice to be kind of slow. Before we get into today's episode though, we are going to talk about the sponsor, which is Nutrafol. Thank you, Nutrafol, for sponsoring today's episode. As you guys know, hair is something that impacts our confidence like no other. I know firsthand, if my hair does not feel thick and healthy and luxurious, I definitely feel a little bit of a hit to my self-esteem. And it can just be super frustrating to not feel like it's at its best. I've been on my own journey with hair health, and something that I've recently started using is Nutrafol. It is the #1 dermatology recommended hair growth supplement, and Nutrafol takes a whole body approach to hair health, targeting root causes such as stress or hormones, nutrition, and lifestyle changes. Your hair is 100% a reflection of what is happening internally, and that is why I love this approach, because it is about supporting your hair health from the root. Since I've started using Nutrafol, I have felt a lot more confident in my hair, and I feel like it's been looking a lot healthier. It is 100% drug-free and actually supports my body's natural processes instead of just masking the issue. Not only that, but it is tailored for different stages of your life, whether you're dealing with hormones or postpartum, or you simply just want healthy, stronger hair. I said this earlier, but Nutrafol is the #1 dermatologist recommended hair growth supplement and is trusted by over 1.5 million people. Nutrafol also clinically tests its final formulation to ensure that they work. In a clinical study, 86% of women reported improved hair growth after 6 months. There is also no prescription needed, so you can order online, and with a subscription, you'll get free shipping and up to 20% off. If you are ready to start your hair health journey, Nutrafol is offering my listeners $10 off your first month's subscription plus free shipping when you go to Nutrafol.com and use the promo code BETTER. That's Nutrafol.com, promo code BETTER, to get $10 off and free shipping. And do not forget to tell them that I sent you when they asked how you heard about them. I want to start off this episode by talking about why I love spring so much and why it means so much to me. Now, you already know. From the beginning of this episode, I've already been talking about why spring means so much to me, but I wanted to say that it's not just me. Spring all around the world has been associated with rebirth and renewal. Not only is it the time that nature resets, but it's kind of our own internal clock that's resetting. And something I want to say specifically about that is that the time change happens on March 9th, which is daylight savings. I'm so happy and content that we have reached another daylight savings. Thank God. I honestly feel like the time change influences the way that I can produce content by a landslide. Like all winter long, it is so hard for me to get motivated to be creative and to film and to like get my videos up when it gets dark so early. I swear half my podcast episodes, if not all, during the winter season are like in the dark because I never get around to filming them early on in the day. So I'm so excited to have more daylight and just more energy and to feel like the days are longer. I know in like peak winter, it was so hard for me to get so many things done. Like I would do 2 things and then feel like it was already getting dark again. And that cycle, it is just so hard to be so productive in it. Like your body is physically trying to hibernate and your mind is saying like, no, there's still time in the day. And it's just your mind and body are like they're not working together. I feel like I can wake up earlier. I'm more inclined to do morning workouts, more inclined to go on like a morning walk. And I already said this, but the vitamin D, it makes everything better. I'm tired of taking vitamin D pills. I need to like sunbathe, genuinely. I remember when I lived in my old house, we just got the sun straight like facing into our windows, and every morning, like, I can just like remember what it sounds like. I would like wake up for school with the birds chirping, the sun in my face. I wouldn't even need an alarm clock because just the sun was already making me wake up, and I miss that feeling so bad. And side note, I miss those birds because now that I live in the city near the ocean, I'm just hearing seagulls when I wake up, and it's not as like fairy dreamland as when I would hear like little birds chirping in the morning. And something else that's really funny, and I've probably said this before, but it's so interesting how my own viewers who like know me so well can see and pick up on my energy before I do sometimes. Almost every single year that I have done YouTube, which side note, it's almost been like 5 years, which is insane. Every time the winter would come around, I would be a little bit less motivated to post, a little bit less motivated to film, and my energy was lower. And the minute it became spring, I was so much more excited. I was so much more energized. I feel like I was hyper. My energy was better. All the comments were like, Fernanda is back. This is the Fernanda we were missing. And I'm like, guys, you don't know how hard I'm struggling to try to bring this same energy in the winter, but I just can't. And it's just funny how even my own audience could tell that there was a shift in energy. And it was really unfortunate as I feel like my audience a lot of the times watches my stuff for my energy, and like when my energy is depleted, it's just so obvious. So anyways, I'm currently so excited for my energy to get back up and for me to feel creatively inspired. And I'm sure you guys feel the same way, even though majority of people watching are probably not filming themselves. I'm sure if you were to be filming daily vlogs, your audience, imaginary audience, would probably be saying the same exact thing. Like, wow, they seem so much more energized the minute the sun is back out. So I actually made a list of my top 10 favorite things about spring, and that was kind of my first one that I wanted to talk about. It was just that I love the defrosting period. As I said earlier, it is such a contrast going from winter to spring, and I feel like it just gives me hope. Like, I see the light at the end of the tunnel, and there's so many things to look forward to. So I just feel like it's such an exciting time, and since summer is so close, even though it's like really not, I feel like it kind of makes you feel like there's so many things to look forward to. The second thing that I love most about spring is the fact that it allows me to embrace color like no other. I am somebody who loves wearing color. In fact, I wear color more than I wear black. And it's funny because I feel like I talk about it a lot, and my friends know that kind of about me. And like some recent friends that I have been like, you know what, Fernanda, you've inspired me to wear more color recently, and it has made me so excited. And I'm just like, see, you guys, like, it's actually, I call it like dopamine dressing. Like, genuinely wearing bright colors gives me dopamine. And for like low-key an ADHD brain, I feel like that's exactly what I need. If I can get dopamine in like any form, it's doing something for me. And dressing in bright colors, things that make me feel happy and excited, it just does something for me. Even if you feel like you like wearing black more than colors, just try it, and I'm sure that you will feel energized. I also think something that is so fun that you guys can do this spring season is to get your colors done. I don't know what the proper like name for it is, but when you go and get your, I think it's a color analysis. When you get your color analysis, it'll tell you what colors look best on you and like what shades look best on you. And even though some people may have like black or white, whatever, everyone will have colors that enhance their skin tone and their eye color and their hair color. And I'm just really curious to even see what mine is. I know that that's something that I should definitely do. I have a feeling I'm like light summer or light spring, which means like light pastel colors or bright colors. I feel my best wearing like a light pink or a light blue. I love a light green. I love a light yellow. Like, those colors just make me feel the best, and they look the best on my skin tone. So if that is something that you're interested in doing, I highly recommend looking it up in your area and seeing if they have it, because it might change the game for your photos, just your confidence, and overall the way that you carry yourself, because you'll just be radiating and people won't even be able to look away from you. They'll be like, why is that girl glowing? And you're like, I got my colors done. On a third reason for why I love spring, it's spring fashion. We're kind of, segueing into this next one, but spring fashion, oh my God, it's actually, it might be my number one favorite fashion of all seasons, because I feel like there's nothing better than not having to wear a jacket, but not necessarily wearing shorts. Like, you could wear a cardigan. We love a cardigan. Or like a t-shirt with jeans, or a long skirt. That is a big favorite of mine. I just love the idea that you don't have to be so bundled up, and also you don't need to be almost nude because it's so hot out. At least that's my case. But I feel like in the summer sometimes I'm like, God, my outfits are not giving, because it's just like shorts and a tank top. Like, I actually don't even want to be wearing anything. So it's like, my outfit sucks. But spring does give you that little bit of space to wear light layers and thin jackets and long skirts, and it's usually like sunny but fresh. Like, it's just the perfect weather for me, like that 20 degrees Celsius. 21 degrees. It's great. Speaking of spring fashion, I love wearing a little kitten heel. I think they're so cute, and I want to wear heels more often. The only thing that actually stops me from wearing kitten heels on the daily is the fact that I might get bunions and my toes are definitely constricted. It's 100% not giving foot health, like whatsoever. I think my feet might be in the shape of a point, but I do love a heel. I think maybe my problem is, or no, I think maybe the solution to my problem would be to wear like open-toed shoes or open-toed heels. But yeah, I want to wear more kitten heels this spring, as well as more long skirts. I feel so flowy and feminine, and I feel like they're underrated. They're so comfortable. They actually might be more comfortable than wearing jeans. And I feel like sometimes you could wear a skirt and someone might be like, girl, you're really dressed up. But it's like, actually, I'm more comfortable than if I was wearing pants. I love a little cardigan, as I said, whether it's like a thin chiffon material or a cozy like knit cardigan. I actually was wearing a skirt and a cardigan yesterday, and my cardigan was from 𝘈 and I got a lot of compliments on that whole outfit throughout the day. But definitely check out 𝘈 if you're looking for some nice knits. I also know that this brand called Suzanne, I think that's how you say it, has like super viral cardigans. I definitely want to look on there, as well as just like your stores at the mall, like Zara, H&M. I feel like they always have really good cardigans, even like Urban Outfitters, so many places. Another thing that I love about spring fashion is like, the beaded little like tank tops and silk. So cute. You can definitely get these like tops or cardigans or blouses at thrift stores or vintage stores. You guys know I'm a big advocate for thrift and vintage because no one will have it like you do. And I feel like it's such a representation of your personal style. And nothing is more meaningful than that. I just love when I see an article of clothing on someone and you just like it so much, so you ask them like where they got it from and they say it's thrifted. And although there's a moment of sadness because you can't get it, it's kind of like, I respect that only you have that and you picked that out. Very intentional, and y'all know I love intentionality. I'm very excited to wear my little thrifted tops. I would love to get some little like Sambas or new Adidas that are like different colors. I feel like that could be cute. I feel like red Adidas are like so in. Cheetah, a little bit harder to style, but could be fun. As well as like New Balances. I really want Solomon's. They're like hiking shoes, but they're kind of swag. I feel like I could wear them just on like walks or, if I decide to get into hiking. Dresses, a long dress. I know Aritzia has like a great spring selection of clothing right now, and they've got a lot of beautiful dresses that you can definitely wear in a more casual way. As well as Brandy Melville, I feel like has so many cute little spring pieces and skirts. And yeah, there's just so many things that you can wear. I also feel like you can really accessorize your hair and wear like bows or colorful clips in your hair. It's always fun to do a hairstyle. We also can't forget about like a colorful purse. I love accessorizing, and wearing colorful purses just feels so much more right in the spring than they do in the winter or the fall, as well as wearing colorful jewelry. I know a few years ago, wearing colorful jewelry and like thick, chunky jewelry was so in. And while it was low-key a phase and definitely a big trend at the time, I definitely still have a lot of those pieces and I like to wear them whenever it feels right. And if you have them too, you should definitely still wear them, because if you like them and it's a part of your personal style. It wasn't just a trend at the time. I also feel like this is just a side note, but you can really get into making jewelry, charm bracelets or charm necklaces, or just even going to the store and getting beads and like making bracelets. I used to be so into jewelry making when I was younger, and I had like all the supplies and the like tools to actually like open up the little chains and stuff, and it was so fun. So I would love to get back into that. My fourth reason for why I love spring is the flowers. Now, I don't want to get too into it because, as you guys know, I've been talking about flowers, I feel like, in a lot of content that I post, but I've really been into flowers these days, and I have an update for my flower obsession, okay? I think it is so beautiful to look at the different types of flowers and really get in tune with which flower you actually like the most. I feel like I used to never care about what flowers I liked, and recently I was like, if someone asked me what flowers I like, I should probably know. Like, I don't know why I don't know. And to give you guys some insight onto my favorite flowers, I think my favorite have been I can't even say the word, but hydrangea. I want to say hydrangeas, but like there's no S at the end. Also lilies. I also do love roses. I think there's another one called like hyacinthus. I literally can't even say the word. Peonies are really cute. Yeah, there's just so many pretty flowers. But I will say, I was trying to figure out a way on how I could but like keep my flowers, because they're so gorge and I want to be like using them for like art or something. And I probably looked insane if somebody came to my house during the week, because I had like dried flowers everywhere. But let me tell you what I did. I pressed some flowers, so I put them in the microwave and they like dehydrated, and I put like paper on them, so I kind of flattened them down and I put them in picture frames. I also hung my roses upside down so they fully dried and they look kind of like black, and I feel like they kind of work as like room decor in my bedroom. I also took apart the petals of my flowers and dried them, and I just have a random jar with rose petals in it, but I feel like it's kind of cute. There's just so many different ways that you can use petals and like rose petals and just petals in general in like art, or I'm pretty sure you could probably like cook with them. I don't know. There's just like so many things that you can do, and I feel like it's kind of fun to use them, make them sentimental, make art with them rather than just throwing them in the garbage. Also, can I just say that I think my favorite thing about like nature or just going outside is being in grass and in gardens. And so for that reason, I'm so excited for spring, for the flowers to bloom, for the grass to look so green. I would love to learn how to garden. I need to go buy pots immediately so I can do some gardening. Everything just looks so lush and it smells so delicious. You guys, if you have not been to the Van Dusen Gardens in Vancouver, I'm sure that there's gardens in other different places and cities and whatever, but if you're from Vancouver and you haven't been to the Van Dusen Garden, in the spring, you need to go. In spring and the summer, because I know that they have like the Christmas lights and it's so fun to walk around at night when there's all these Christmas lights everywhere. But going in the spring or the summer, guys, it hits so hard. They have like so many different sectors of like different plant species and like plants inspired by different countries. There's like cherry blossoms there. There's like a whole Japanese section. There's like a rose garden. There's just so many different sections you can walk around, and it smells so amazing. The flowers are so beautiful. Really taking the time to appreciate how beautiful they are and how they're all so intricate and unique. It really is a grounding and gratitude-filled experience. Also, spring in general just has such a like you know that smell of like right after it rains and the pavement kind of, you know, smells like that? Reason number 5 why I love spring is spring hobbies. Finally, it is a little bit sunnier. We can spend more time outside and everyone is kind of awakening to that same excitement as you are. So like the people are just outside more. In the winter, sometimes I will look out my window and there's like not many people walking, not many people in the park. It just looks kind of grim outside. And the minute the sun is out, everybody in Vancouver's out. They're all walking around, they're having picnics. It is just, yeah, it warms my heart and it inspires me to go outside. So this spring, I know my friends were talking about doing some tennis and picking up tennis as a hobby. You guys, I tried to do that last year and tennis is a lot harder than I thought it was going to be, but I'm down to do lessons and to learn and to be better and to try to get better at something. I actually think that there is so much enjoyment and excitement in being bad at something because you have the ability to get better. So I definitely am excited to potentially do that. And also, if you decide to pick up a hobby this spring, not saying you need to buy the things for the hobby, but it is fun when you can kind of play into it and like buy all the accessories and the things that make the hobby more fun. For example, last year when I decided I should do tennis, I bought a little tennis outfit and I was so excited to start playing. This year, I also have pickleball rackets. I got sent them from a brand, and so I would love to do that. I also thought about starting running. I'm actually so bad at running, like I actually don't even think I can run, but I bought a little fanny pack from Lululemon and that in itself is motivating me to want to run. You can go biking, which I love to do, just literally walking, kayaking, hiking, maybe take your dog on a walk. I actually did that like last week and it was beautiful. I was walking around the forest and it was magnificent. I felt the dewy air and it was very fresh. It was very wholesome. I feel like I haven't spent time in forests these days and it's quite beautiful. I just like even the moss looks nice. Also, the patios are about to start opening up and I don't think you can beat that. Also, literally just walking around the streets that have shopping stores or like little restaurants or coffee shops. That is like one of my favorite things to do, like picking an area and just exploring it. The next reason why I love spring is the excuse to do spring cleaning. Now, you don't need an excuse. You can clean whenever, but the fact that it's spring and it just feels like that time when you get to throw stuff out and bring stuff in if you choose to, it just kind of gives me an incentive to honor cleaning. I definitely need to make a video on this and like deep cleaning my apartment and just like recentering. I definitely would love to do that for you guys and I'm sure you would love to do that, but I could definitely use cleaning out my closets, getting rid of things that I don't want, getting rid of books I don't want, donating, giving to friends. I definitely need to like redo my office. I could probably go through my pantry and get rid of stuff. Just overall getting rid of things, it will make you feel so much more clear-minded, clear-headed. And if you choose to buy some new things or maybe some new bed sheets or new pillows, new decorations, it'll just feel like fresh and new and exciting and almost like you kind of deserve to bring new stuff in, because I do feel guilty when I keep bringing things in and nothing's leaving. Also, if you really get into the whole cleaning thing, I feel like there's like so many cleaning YouTube videos and TikToks that really get you inspired. And although sometimes the accessories excessive use of cleaning products gives me anxiety because I'm like, there's no way that could be good for you to just like inhale. It is super satisfying, and sometimes I do play into it. I have so many cleaning supplies. But yeah, I feel like making it exciting, making it kind of like a game, making it something to look forward to can be a fun way to just get more into the cleaning spirit. The next reason why I love spring is because it starts to feel like vacation time. A lot of people have spring break. I think reading break did just pass, but I feel like it's a good time to start doing like little weekend getaways, little weekend trips, little staycations. I just feel like people start to go on vacations more. And if you do have a vacation, such a thing to look forward to. As I said earlier, I will be going to Mexico supposedly in like 2 weeks, and potentially Belize at the end of the month. I feel like I have so many trips that are like not fully locked in, but like just like, you know, kind of. I was thinking about going to Mexico also with my friends in like, oh no, I have Coachella in April. Oh my God, so many trips coming up. I'm very excited. I hope those all work out and follow through. But like, oh my God, it's really go time. Whenever trips start coming up for me, in my head, it's like, it's go time. It's time to lock in. Reason number 8 why I love spring. Everybody is in a good mood. Now, not everybody, but most people. And so I feel like it's such a good time to walk around and say hi to your neighbors. And for this, I wanted to say it's time to be a good neighbor. Smile at people when you see them around. Have a helping hand. Maybe open the door for someone. Maybe help them with their groceries. Maybe do some baking and give it out to your neighbors. Do some garbage pickup. Whatever it is, I feel like it's a good time to be a good neighbor and to also appreciate if someone's being nice to you. My reason number 9 was that the days are getting longer and that you can do more evening hangs, but I kind of already talked about that. So we're going to go into the last reason for why I love spring, and that is the spring holidays. Guys, we've got Easter coming up. We've got St. Patrick's Day. We've got Mother's Day. So many holidays that are so bright and exciting, and I cannot wait to host some either like lunches or brunches or just like, I don't know, I just want to host like craft time. Even St. Patrick's Day is a fun holiday. I'm sure my friends are going to go out to like a local bar or something, and that should be really fun. I definitely just feel like playing into the seasons makes it so much more exciting and makes it feel like you're really taking your time with each month and each week that passes, so that again, the months don't just pass and you're just like, well, what even just happened? I was telling Trinity the other day, like I love how when you were in school, you really felt like the holidays were happening because like your teacher would go out of her way to, or his way to decorate the room, and you really felt like you were in that season. And as you get older, you might not do that. I feel like for influencers, we really lean into decorating because we do it for our content. And so like when Valentine's Day comes around, it's such a time to get all the Valentine's Day decorations and whatever. But I feel like a lot of people don't have the time or energy to do that, or maybe they just don't do it because they don't feel the need to. But I'm reminding you now, if it is something you're interested in doing, definitely lean into the holidays, decorate your space, make it exciting. For St. Patrick's Day, maybe wear some green. For Easter, I definitely want to host a brunch. I feel like that could be so cute, like some deviled eggs. I don't even like eggs, and I would be down to do that. Maybe some carrot cake. Like there's so much baking. I love going to like the thrift stores or like furniture stores or Home Sense and getting like matching sets of plates and cups that align with the season. That is so much fun. And low-key my dream, like my mom is so into that. She always switches out the cutlery and the plates for the season, and it's something that I really remember from being at home. And also you can just like switch up the food that you eat during that time. Like I feel like fall and winter is very much soup season, whereas spring you might lean into more veggies, chicken, again, like carrot flavored things. And Mother's Day, again, just such a wholesome time to celebrate your mom and maybe do like a tea party. Also, a lot of fruit I feel like is in season. You can go to your local farmer's market, or maybe sometimes there's like little festivals or like markets in your area. I'm also so excited for the cherry blossom season. Oh my God, I actually live near a cherry blossom like area. I don't know if I should be saying that, but I'm so excited for the cherry blossoms to come out because again, such a pretty time. And usually my city will do like a little bit of a truck food festival, and you know I'm all into that. There's also like tulip festival, which is really fun, and like there's also the sunflower festival. Like definitely look up festivals in your area for the next few months and write them down in your calendar so you don't miss them. Now I also wanted to say, since we are entering a new season, it is such a great time to release the old and release what no longer serves you. And so if you wanted to do some rituals to let go, definitely lean into that. One of my favorite ways to release is through speaking, obviously, either making like videos or talking in my MacBook, or you can even journal. I'm going to give you some journal prompts in a little bit, but finding journal prompts that are all about releasing can be so helpful, and then you don't really need to think about what to write about. You can just write down the answer to the prompts. Another thing you can do to release the old is light incense or like sage your apartment and just get rid of the bad energy. Another thing that you can do that is super helpful for your mental health is to do a digital cleanse. So to unfollow people that do not serve you or do not inspire you and give you negative vibes. You can refresh your playlist, make a new playlist. And again, I've said this already, but like getting rid of old things. Now for some releasing and letting go journal prompts, I'm going to list them off right now. You can pause this video as I say each one of them and resort back to them when you want to write these down. What emotions or thoughts have been weighing me down this winter? What habits or patterns am I ready to release? What limiting beliefs do I need to shed in order to step into my best self? Who or what do I need to forgive, myself included, to move forward freely? What was the hardest lesson I learned this past season, and how can I grow from it? So there are 5 prompts that you can do. I'm not going to go through them myself, but I feel like it would also be fun for me to journal with you guys and for me to give you guys my actual responses. I feel like there's definitely something to gain from that. If you guys were interested in that, maybe I could do like, I don't know, figure out a way to do that. I feel like the next way that I can move forward mentally is after we've released the past, embracing the new, embracing the transition. How you can do this is by revisiting your goals and recentering and realigning. As most of you probably did, maybe you made goals at the beginning of the year and it's month 3 now. You're either still into the goals or you might have kind of lost track along the way. Or if you are like me and you're low-key, things have been going on and you didn't have time to make your vision board, now is the time. It's a new season and it's Q2. If you're in business. So I definitely think that now is a good time to like redo that. I'm definitely like, I actually am going to make my vision board. I should probably do that this week immediately so I can actually use that for the rest of the year and use it to re-inspire myself. But definitely revisit your goals, recheck them in, see if you still align with them, what you can do to actually move them towards happening rather than just being stagnant in your journal or on your vision board. Something that you can do is plan a mini glow up. I am definitely into this right now as I will be going on trips soon. So like for me, this might be getting a facial, getting a massage, getting a haircut, dyeing your hair, getting extensions, getting your nails, your eyebrows, your lashes, getting a spray tan, maybe a little wardrobe refresh. If you have the means to do so, it always just feels great and gets you re-inspired and re-excited about life. You can also look into your calendar and plan ahead of time and plan some dates, whether that's with some friends, a little romance, with your family, whatever it is, your boyfriend, your girlfriend. Just plan dates ahead of time, make time for the things that you want, and don't be afraid to put in effort, because sometimes you might be thinking like, am I doing too much, planning too far in ahead? But in reality, you have to plan ahead. Otherwise, the days will pass you and you will get there anyways. And if you didn't plan those things, they just never happened. You could even make it kind of fun and do like a little spring bingo or a spring bucket list, which could be a fun and crafty way to get those intentions out there. Another thing you can do is make a Pinterest board, which I always talk about, but it is really like the key thing for me. I always have like a spring fashion Pinterest board or like a spring hobby Pinterest board, spring baking Pinterest board, like just, there's so much inspo to be gained online. Now, for some journal prompts regarding embracing the transition and honoring the new season, I'm going to say some of those now. What kind of energy do I want to embody this spring? What does the best version of me this season look and feel like? What new habits or routines would help me feel refreshed and aligned? What simple daily practices can I start to bring more joy and lightness into my life? Which emphasis on lightness. I want to feel light this season. What are 3 things I'm excited to create or experience this spring? How can I romanticize my daily life more this spring? How can I bring more playfulness, curiosity, and fun into my days? Low-key, the only vibe I'm on. What's a small but powerful change I can make in my morning or my night routine? What is one thing I've been procrastinating that I will finally take action on? I feel like that's a huge one for me. I actually did something today that I've been procrastinating, and that was getting my passport photo retaken. So those are all the journal prompts that I have for you guys there. And I kind of just wanted to say, ending off this episode, that there are so many things to look forward to in the next few months, and that I hope that you guys got some inspiration from this episode and feel excited about spring and feel excited to recenter on your goals and plan ahead and realize that we are stepping into a very exciting time. Honestly, the sky's the limit. Like genuinely, I feel like spring to me is like the embodiment of hope and light at the end of the tunnel. So all I feel is excitement and inspiration right now. And there's so many things to look forward to, so many things to do outside. Spend more time outside, spend more time off your phone, spend more time with people, spend more intentional time with yourself, and, feel colorful, feel childlike joy, feel youthful, feel fun, feel playful. That is the only energy that we are trying to embody, and the energy that'll make us feel fun and fresh and excited for the seasons to come, the months to come. And yeah, I hope that you guys feel refreshed and revitalized. I'm sending you guys all my good vibes, all my good energy, and I hope that you have a blessed day or night whenever you're listening to this, and I will talk to you soon. I love you guys.